Hi, everyone. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Welcome to the live. How are y'all doing this evening or afternoon or morning, wherever time it is where you are? I don't know. It's still a little bit prior to noon here. So, how are y'all? Okay, so today, why do men not approach certain women? Because y'all ask me all the time, how come I don't get approached? How come I don't get approached? Y'all, it could be so many reasons. Okay. And you got to understand and not take anything personal. It could be so many reasons. It might not even be you sometimes. Sometimes it is you, sometimes it's not. But hey, y'all, Sprinkle, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Before we start, I want to say that I had my first virtual meet and greet on the Patreon last night for the highest tier members, the VIP mail out tier, which is the highest membership. We had a little virtual meet and greet. It was fun. It was about an hour long. So for those ladies that were part of the virtual meet and greet, I had a great time meeting y'all and talking to y'all. You know, online, it was wonderful. We got cut off because I didn't realize it was only an hour. We'd be talking for a long time. But if we got cut off early, I might split it up and do two meetings the next time. So if you have not joined the Patreon as of yet, and you want to be able to get in on these virtual meet and greets with camera and everything, definitely sign up to the mail out tier, which is the VIP tier, the highest tier, not the regular VIP, but the VIP mail out tier. That's the one where you get access to the virtual meet and greets. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. The link for my Patreon is in the description bar. It is SheraSeven Journaling Group. Okay. And let me see something real quick. One second. I'm gonna post it. It should be in the description bar, and it also is on the top of the live feed comments, and I'm gonna repost it again. So with this membership of on the Patreon, you get access to PDF books, all the videos, all the posts, all the journaling prompts. And you get to personally be able to message me. You also get a handwritten card each month, and you're able to participate in the virtual meet and greets. Okay, so that's the highest tier if y'all want to join. And at any time, you can unjoin, or you can join a lower tier to get access to everything else besides the virtual meet and greet and the monthly letters. Okay, so it all depends on what you want to do. We had about 7 ladies in the meet and greet last night. It was fun. So make sure you join, and I'm going to be having another one very soon, maybe in the next week or two. So make sure you're joining. All right, I'll see y'all there if y'all are going to be members of the Patreon. All right, so we're going to be talking about men do not approach certain women and why. Let me tell y'all why they do not approach certain women. There's so many reasons, and you can check down the list of which one you think you are. And we talked about this briefly yesterday, if y'all were part of the live. One of the reasons is, hold on one second. Okay. One of the reasons is because you already look taken. You already look like you're someone's, And a lot of times women don't realize if they look taken or not. Some women are or have been in long-term relationships where they just look taken, There's some women that look very single. There's some women that look desperate. And then there's some women that look, like someone they cannot take home to meet their colleagues, friends, or family, So we have to understand. And also there's some that look so good, they can't afford you, but all they do is look and already assume that you're with someone very rich. Okay, because a lot of times, think about this: if you were a single man out and about and you saw this beautiful woman dressed really nice sitting by herself, you already think she must only date millionaires or billionaires. She probably already taken, So the everything is different for every individual, you know. So if you're one of those women who are very beautiful, they may already think that you're with someone that has more money than them. Okay. This is why I tell you, if you're very, very beautiful, top of the line, and you have problems with people approaching you, you need to kind of downplay your fashion and your accessories. Okay. Because think about this. They don't think that you need them. They think you already got them. If you're full of jewelry and designer bags and designer clothing, they don't think they can impress you at all. But if you walk up in there with a Walmart purse on, a t-shirt, a denim jacket, and a nice pair of slacks and cute little heels, you don't look like they cannot upgrade you. You don't look like you're dating that billionaire. You know what I'm saying? So you need to retire the designer purses and bust out the Walmart purses, bust out you a little casual but cute outfit that's not designer, take off all the jewelry, maybe one little dainty necklace, okay? And look like they can do something for you because they already think you're taken and well taken care of, living in somebody's penthouse with a driver if you look that good. So you got to bust out the Walmart gear on that one, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shout out to Walmart. You do. And watch. You're going to see. Bust out that Walmart gear if you're extra beautiful. And tone down the accessories, okay? You said that's sad, but that's the reality, okay? Men are measured on their ability to provide, their career, and their success. If they don't think that they can provide or impress you with what they have, they're not walking up to you. You understand? And that's for the ultra beautiful woman that doesn't get approached. You need to downgrade to some Walmart gear and get out there and try again. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You wear a lace dress at the bar. I was approached by an old man and his friends. The old man paid and offered you a drink. How to suggest what I want? Well, first you need to build up a rapport with that old man. He's probably a regular, so you need to go back to that same place at the same time as you were there last time, and he'll probably be there again. If he sees you more than a couple of times, y'all are going to become great buddies, and then you could start to pour on your problems if you haven't exchanged numbers yet. Okay. Did he already got your number? Okay, just start talking to him about stuff that you like, that you want, that you're saving up for. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is why you stop using the latest iPhone and switch to Samsung. You're a model, pretty, and they have an excuse to upgrade me. That's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't do top of the line anything if you're extra beautiful. Okay, because they think they found someone that hasn't gotten taken yet. Okay, think about this. If they see an ultra beautiful woman who's a model and they see you in a t-shirt and a Walmart bag and an old phone, they're like, oh my gosh, I can upgrade her. She'll be impressed with what I can do. Okay, that's so true. Thank you for sharing. Okay. The other type of woman, let's get on this other type of woman, the one that looks like they cook and clean and fold clothes all day. You look like somebody's mama and somebody's wife already. So it's not appealing to certain people. So you have to take all of that look off of you. You got to look like you're out to socialize, not to be comfortable. How come beautiful models and influencers don't need to tone down the fashion and luxury? Because they're on the camera, not in the place, not outside. They're taking pictures. That's their job. On the outside, in the outside world, you need to tone down a little bit. Okay. If you want to be approached and you're not getting approached. So for example, if you're not an Instagram model or an influencer, you need to tone down if you're very beautiful. Because if you're an Instagram and a model or influencer, they already think you got money. They just want you for the status symbol. Okay. New channel. Just wanted to promote. I do fashion culture. Okay. Norfiam Diaries. Okay. Fashion culture, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all go subscribe to her. Y'all need some fashion tips and stuff. Appreciate you, girl. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the lady that looks like she already taken in somebody's housewife and mother. Now, you want to get out of looking comfortable. You got to look like you like to dance, you like to go out, you like to try out. You got to look like the type of woman that don't sit home and fold clothes. Okay, you can't have them comfortable orthopedic shoes, sneakers on with yoga pants. You can't look like that. You got to look like you are fun. Okay, because that's some of y'all's also some of y'all's problem. Y'all look too comfortable. Y'all look too practical. Okay, so the thing I suggest on, if you are very practical looking and comfortable looking, to step outside your comfort zone. If you need to get you a pair of like stiletto heels, red heels, black heels, pointy toe shoes, I don't know, whatever is styling right now, whatever. You need to get you some of the nice shoes, because shoes says a lot about a lady. Okay, are those dancing shoes or mom shoes? Okay, so you need to wear a provocative scent or perfume. You don't need to smell like, a shower. You need to smell like forbidden. Okay, so whatever you can do, whatever you can figure out over there. You need to put on them Hope Cosmetics pheromones. Use my code Shera to save you some money. Links are in the description. You need to put pheromones on so you can be attracting them. And also, your hairstyle, your makeup does not need to look like mom core. You need to look like fierce. Okay, you need to look like come hither. All right. Okay. And so do your nails. Like, you see these? These are mom nails. But you know what I'm getting ready to do? I'm getting ready to get my sprinkle press-on nails, which are available on levelupcosmetics.us. I'm going to post it here. That's my personal store. And with every order, I write you a thank you card personally. So you need to get you some of these. If you don't like sitting in a nail shop, just get you some press-on nails, glue them on, and you're done. Okay? Then you can take them off if you need to. But these are perfect for dating. You have a roster. You don't want to get to the nail shop, or you want to get some nail money, but you want to put some nails on and keep the money. This is it. Okay. I need to get my nails done now. You get your $150 to $200, and then you pop these on, and you keep and pocket the rest. All right. These are my sprinkle nails. Y'all can get them on levelupcosmetics.us. We have pink. We have French. They're not super long and ratchet. We have the chrome French. Very cute. We have the dark red. Very mysterious femme fatale, but still very feminine as well. Perfect for Christmas time and the holidays. And then we had the ones I had on last week. I used some of them. They're just like this really pretty pearl chrome. All right. Champagne looking, bubble bath looking. These the ones I had on last week. This time, I think I might either do the chrome French or maybe the red for the holidays. The pink one is really nice, though. These are the pink. They're very like baby pink, very feminine, very girly. All right, y'all, pick y'all up some. And also, I have, if y'all want to join the Sprinkle cult, definitely pick you up a Sprinkle keychain on the website as well. Levelupcosmetics.us. Just type in keychains, key rings, and you can get you a Sprinkle dust-free purse charm keychain, whatever. Okay. All right. You like them chrome French? Me too. I might do those. And then I might switch over to the red in December. And they're sturdy. They're not them little cheap, flimsy ones. Those the hard acrylic kind, okay? The kind that don't bend or fold. Okay, let me show y'all. I'm going to open one up. They're hard. Let me see. I'm going to do it on the back of my phone so you can see. Okay, so this is a thumb one. You see? Very strong. Doesn't bend. Not that flimsy crap. That you. This is the strong kind that I actually like acrylic. Okay, thick acrylic, good. Sorry, y'all. I need to do my nails. Okay, this is the good stuff. I ain't selling y'all no cheap, flimsy stuff. Perfect for the holidays. Perfect holiday gifts and stocking stuffers as well. It comes with a little stick and It comes with the little stickers and it comes with the file. You got to get your own nail glue. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so we talked about the lady that looks like she's already taken because she's somebody's wife and mother cooking and folding clothes, right? So you have to look dangerous. You got to look dark femme fatale. Get out of your comfort zone, or you got to look really dainty and pretty. Like whatever your style is, you need to do a little extra to look like you don't sit home and fold clothes. Okay, get out of your comfort zone. The next type of woman that does not get approached is the woman who does not fit in. Okay. You might be leveling up and on your journey, and you just don't get it yet. You just don't understand what certain types of men are attracted to. So you're doing trial and error. Okay. And this is a good thing because you're learning. So when you're going to the rich sides of town and you're hanging out and you're doing this and you're doing that, it could be anything from your hairstyle, your lashes, your nails, your outfit, your makeup. It could be all of those things. So every time you go out, if you don't get approached, adjust something, or one or two things. Adjust something to more, classic or demure. Thank you, girl, for being a member, Lorado. Okay, so try different lashes, try different looking makeup, try different hairstyles, try different clothing, da da da. You know what I'm saying? So if you're one of those women who are still trying to adjust and look and fit in as an appropriate, member of society, then definitely make sure that you're adjusting your style and doing trial and error. People watch before you go to the rich side of town. Go over there, drive around, people watch, see what people are wearing, how they're acting, da da da, and then spruce yours up slightly to look, a little bit more elevated, but not inappropriate and not like you're out of place. Okay. You Googled him, you know how much he makes. Should I tell him? Only if you're stupid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why do y'all want to tell everybody everything? I don't understand this. I'm not telling you nothing. I done Googled a lot of people and they don't know that I don't care. But stop telling people everything. The whole point of knowing something is to know it and have the advantage. Excuse me, I Googled you. I know how much money you make. How stupid does that sound, man? BP, thank you for being for the super sticker. Girl, stop telling everybody everything. I know how much money you make. Okay, good for you. You want a cookie? Why are you Googling me and looking at my salary? Something wrong with you? Why are you even telling me? I could understand if you looked it up and didn't tell me. That makes more sense. But why are you telling me? What's wrong with you, ma'am? You understand? That's how you're going to look. Don't do it. All right. Next, the next type of woman that does not get approached is the one that looks desperate. Okay. She looks like she's looking for something. She looks like she's missing something. She looks like she's desperate and in desperate need. Nobody wants to approach desperate. Okay. They automatically think something wrong with you, girl, or you after them, or you trying to target them to get robbed or something. So if you look desperate, no one's going to approach you. Okay. So you have to look like you're enjoying yourself. You're enjoying the ambiance of wherever you're at, and you're there for you, not for them. Okay. You got to look like you're enjoying the best day ever and you're happy and living your best life. And they see that and want to come over, introduce themselves, and see why you're having the best day ever. Okay. You need to have that main character energy. I'm here for me. I love being a woman. Da, 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 da. That's the energy you need if you are not getting approached because you are desperate. Okay. Desperate. This is how desperate looks. Every time the door opens somewhere or every time someone walks by, you look, you're just looking and waiting and looking lonely, like you're waiting on something. No, you need to look like you're there to enjoy the ambiance, the place that you actually went. You need to look like you're having the best time ever. And you need to look happy and fulfilled within already. Okay. That's what you need to be looking like. And you don't need to be scrolling on your phone the entire time, looking like you are going to be interrupted if somebody comes up to you. Okay. So, confidence, poise, having the best day ever, not distracted by your phone. Okay, provider husband wants to swing. How can I use this to my advantage? She pays all the bills. I don't work. Okay, well, tell him no. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like, no, I don't think so. Not for us. Speak on his behalf. Say, not for us. Tell him he's fine to go somewhere else, but you ain't finna be involved. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Unless you want to, girl. I don't know. You want to? You try to swing around? You trying to swing with somebody, girl? The only way that's gonna ever happen is if the other couple is a billionaire. Otherwise, heck no. Tell him no, that's not for y'all. I'm so sorry, that's not for us. Speak on his behalf, man. Say, I'm so sorry, that's just not for us. I missed somebody's super chat. Thoughts on baby trapping? A multimillionaire. My sister is almost 40 and has no kids. She's dating a baby trapping girl. Make sure his tubes ain't tied down there. Make sure ain't got no vasectomy before she get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But be careful of those multimillionaires. They'll file for custody, and so they don't have to pay you no child support. So, you gotta do something ahead of time to ensure that they're not going to file for custody. This is what you need to do. You have a fake pregnancy scare and see how he reacts. Then you know whether to get pregnant or not. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for all you do, Shera. Question for the WA state ladies. Where to find provider men? These tech guys are stingy. Girl, I don't know. Go to the rich side of town. Go to the old money side. Old money? There ain't no old money there? Find the people with a lot of land and property. Find the old tech money. The 80s tech money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go for the older guys that understand that they got to pay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Got to go for the older tech nerds that invented tech, okay? Some of them still alive. I don't know if they live there, though. So they're already married. That don't matter. Some of them are in the process of divorce. You never know. Thank you, BP. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do y'all know that just because someone's married don't mean they're not looking for their next wife? I know that's terrible to say, but it's just the truth. That's how men are, okay? Especially rich men. A lot of rich men marry more than once. Have you not noticed that? A lot of rich men have first wife, second wife, third wife, okay? Y'all don't see the pattern there? So, there's not that many rich people that start off with the same wife and end up with the same wife, baby. So, you never know. I'm just being realistic. I'm just being realistic, baby. Just never know. Okay. Because some of these rich men out here, they have the wives sign prenups so they can quickly dismiss them. Give them a little couple change and say goodbye and on to the next. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people do it. So don't think just because somebody married that they're not going to be married next year. Or that they will be married next year. You just never know. They're just like that sometimes. So if a married man approaches you, it's not your fault. Just don't go after them. Let them come for you. That's right, Melissa. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If they're the ones that's not acting, some men are very entitled and they feel like they're going to have more than one wife, whether it's through divorce or through culture or polygamy. They're going to have more than one. That's how they feel. Rich men feel like they deserve whatever they want and more than one. So you have to work that into your strategy, ladies, and get their money. We can't be upset about what is. We have to strategize around it to get what we want. Okay. Y'all can be mad about it all day. It don't make it stop. So let's just get their money. Okay. All right. He agreed to set up that automatic deposit, girl. You're happy. You're not happy with the amount. Okay. Well, come up with some fake problems so he can so he can give you more on top of it. And then he'll just upgrade it higher when he has to keep giving you extra money because it's not enough. But that's good. Just ask them for extra and tell them, well, you just need to upgrade the amount. Then I don't have to keep coming and asking you for other stuff. Okay. What are celebrity men attracted to? It depends on what they're looking for. Okay. So what are you looking for in this celebrity? Are you looking for a fling? Are you looking for status? Are you looking to be the one to marry or to be one of their wives? What are you looking for? It all depends. What are you willing to do and what are you not willing to do? How do you want to be presented in that celebrity's eyes? You know what I'm saying? Or you want to just be another groupie? So you have to handle those very strategically because a lot of celebrities do not want to spend on you unless they really like you. You know what I mean? The best way to attract one is to be yourself, look good, and not care about them being a celebrity, but care more about yourself and what you need in their presence. You know, you don't treat them any sort of different, baby. You just be happy that they chose you, and then you start acting just like the same type of chick you gonna act like around any other old rich man that has money to spend. Okay, you don't give them no special treatment because that's what the groupies are for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't want to be categorized with a groupie. You want to be the one that don't need them, that got away, that they can't get, that they want, that they gonna do whatever they need to do for, because you see them differently than the groupies do. That's all you got to do. Like, you're just a normal person to me that has some talent and a career for now. You never know. Okay, imagine some of those celebrities that were really, really popular and now nobody knows who they are. Okay, so you got to treat them just like normal people that have some money to spend. That's it. They're not spending money. They're not impressing you, baby. Unless you're just going to take a picture with them for status and that's it. Okay. All right. So the next type of woman that doesn't get approached. The type of woman that looks mean. You know, resting face woman. She don't get approached except for people telling her to smile. And she gets annoyed with that. So resting face women hardly get approached unless someone says, what's wrong? Why are you need to smile, out of concern for your, unhappiness. But you need to smile if you have resting face. Okay. You just need to be like the Joker and you just need to have a permanent smile if you have resting face and be conscious and aware of it. Okay. How to get the most out of married far away men. To tell them you need stuff and to send right away. I need this. Send right away. It's emergency. I need you. Tell them you need them. You miss them. Well, why don't you come see me? I really need this. I really need this thing. I really need this right now. Help. Be helpless and act like you miss them. So you have to, if you have resting face, because some people got resting face, girl. You be like, you have to smile, or just you don't have to smile so big because in some areas you just look crazy. So just be conscious and do a semi smile if you have resting face. Just like think of a good thought, and it'll help you. Thank you, BP. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said rested face needs some tequila. I know that's right. So that's another type of woman that doesn't get approached. Resting face. Mm-hmm. All right. A woman that's talking to everybody and their mama. Blabbermouth. She hardly gets approached. because she's talking to too many people. Okay. Blabbermouth is not going to get approached by too many quality men because you're talking to too many people at the same time for too long and the wrong people. Okay. That means you might be talking to someone that is a waste of your time, maybe a dusty or someone that, is not going to be beneficial to you. You're supposed to leave open space and a way for a man to approach that is worthy of you. So you dismiss anyone quickly that's not worthy of your time. And you don't talk too much and you remain, a little bit more reserved with your speaking to other people. Because if they see that you out there talking to everybody and anybody, they're probably not gonna want to date you, because like if you go out by yourself, you're just gonna be blabbermouthing to everybody and their mama, and you know what I mean. So you gotta be a little bit reserved with who you're talking to and how much you're talking to people. Okay, because they're literally gonna watch you from across the way, or they're gonna be like looking at you. And you can't be on the phone all the time. You can't be distracted by your phone, and you can't be blabbermouthing to people. Okay. Thank you, Julia. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, why are we changing ourselves for men? You're not. You're putting on an act to attract the man with some money to pay your bills so you can go do whatever you want and start you a business. Okay. I can't with y'all today. We're not changing for them. We're acting and getting our money and then going back, just like they do when they get up in y'all's face and tell y'all a bunch of lies and then go do what they're going to do anyway. We're doing the same thing. We're not changing. See, that's the difference between men and women. Y'all always want to change or not, or think that men want you to change. Act, get the money, do what you want. Okay. We're not changing. We're playing chess. We're using strategy to get what we want. So men aren't changing for us, so we're not changing for them. What we're doing is using strategy and getting what we want. Okay. Therefore, I'm not the type of woman that's going to sit up here and tell you to change entirely for a man. What kind of woman do you think I am? Oh, you need to change for your man. You need to change for men. No, you don't. You need to act and get your money and do whatever you want. All right. Act, attract, then do whatever you want. Get their money though. Okay. Thank you, BP. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for the super sticker. Yeah, we're playing the game and we're going to win because we're better actors. Okay. He said they'll change for us. May the best actor win. We're better at it because we have costumes, we have props, different wigs. We can really get into character, and unlike them. So use it to your advantage, darling. How to politely end conversation without seeming rude or unapproachable to others. Okay. Tell them that you forgot that you had to take care of something, and will you please excuse me? Then you go to the ladies' room, and then you come back out and you walk in the opposite direction as if you have to hurry up and go, or that you have, a conversation to talk to someone else about. And then you come back, circle around, and you say, it was so nice meeting you. Well, it was so nice running into you, and it's so nice meeting you. And then you continue to mingle, okay? Or go somewhere else. You put them on pause, you put them on hold, you leave, you circle the room, you come back and say goodbye. It was nice to meet you. All right, that's it. Y'all are funny. Okay, the other type of women that don't get approached. Let's just face it. There are some unattractive women. We just got to face it. You're not cute. Men don't want to walk over to you. You might think you look cute. You might have put in some effort, but they're just not attractive. They might look and say, okay, well, if she looked better, I might walk over. So if you're not type of woman that is going to attract with your looks, you need to attract with your vibe. Your vibe can also attract men. Now, this is for the women who are not supermodels or gorgeous or beautiful or even pretty. This is for the average woman that I'm going to tell y'all, or ugly. Average to less, okay? You need to lead with your vibe. How you feel about yourself, how much you're enjoying your time, your smile, your light within, which means you might not be the best looking chick in there, but you look like you're having fun, you're enjoying yourself, and you have a great outlook on life, and you're nice, and you're just someone's little cutie patootie. You know, you got to be a cutesy. You know, you might not be the cutest thing, but you got some cute clothes on. You got a nice voice. You're smiling. You have good manners. You know, you're a decent person. A lot of guys will come over to you just because of your vibe. Okay. An added bonus if they do think you're pretty, you know, added bonus. They're going to treat you right. Because not every girl that gets a sugar daddy is going to always be a model. Okay. Y'all have seen the women out there with some of these sugar daddies. They're not drop dead gorgeous, but they look good enough for them and they're nice and enjoy life. Some of them, the guys don't even care about beauty because they've had all the beauty in the world already because they're so rich. They've already had all the beautiful women. Maybe they want someone that's interesting in their old age because they want to talk to someone. Who knows? But you need to have that, you know, personality as well. Okay. And another thing that I've noticed, when a woman has a good personality and she's not super beautiful, men also like a personality, but they're not going to probably do as like be as obsessed over you as someone that's really beautiful. So you also have to understand that. They don't expect beautiful women to have personalities. That's why a lot of y'all who are with men who give you money or who are rich, they don't expect you to have personalities or too many emotions because you're just an object to them. Okay. They don't expect beautiful women to have extremely interesting or good personalities. They just don't, because you didn't need to have one growing up. Everything was given to you. You had pretty privilege. You didn't have to develop your personality. You didn't have to develop any of that. Okay. So they treat you as such. They don't expect you to be this interesting, in-depth person. So they just throw money at you and say, look good on my arm. I don't need to connect with you emotionally that well because you don't really have a personality and I can't really get into you anyway and on a mental level. So if you are stuck in a situation and you're one of those women who are beautiful and men don't think you have a personality, well, if you're already in a relationship and you're having that problem, does anyone have this problem? Let me ask before I even start talking about it. Does anyone have a problem being an object? Did your man not want to talk to you because you're just a pretty face? I don't know. I'm gonna ask first before I go into it because it might not even be necessary. Who's having that problem? Okay, y'all have the problem? Okay, I'll go into it. Okay, so I'll answer this question in a second. Reading with Abby. So if you have that problem, it's because they don't expect you to be interesting. They don't expect you to be intelligent enough to hold a decent conversation with them to hold their interest. So if that is your problem, you have to develop a personality while you're in that relationship. And you don't present it to him first. You present it to someone else first in his presence. So for example, if he has a friend or he introduced you to a colleague or someone he knows, you need to start talking to them about something super interesting. So it looks like you're not being a pygmisha and trying to get his interest, but that you're actually an interesting person. And so that person is going to be like, wow, I didn't know she was so smart. Wow, I didn't know she was so interesting. Wow, you're deep. You got a good one. She's beautiful and smart. You need other people to validate you to him that you are not an object because that's what he sees you as. Okay. So flex your intellect, flex your deep thoughts to another person in his presence so that they give you the compliment in his presence and then tell him what he's got. Then he'll open his eyes, because it always takes somebody else to show somebody else what they actually have. You can't do it, especially if he doesn't see you like that. And then he'll be like, well, why don't you ever talk to me like that? Or, well, why don't we have in-depth conversations like that? Or how come I've never heard any of that before? And you're going to be like, well, you were just so busy. I don't know. I didn't think you'd be interested in it. Oh, yes, well, I am. Then his level of interest has suddenly now peaked. Now that he sees you got some type of depth to you, okay? Now he starts looking at you quite differently. That's what you got to do. You cannot beg for, I need you to talk to me. I need your attention. Don't pull away. You need to give that in which you're wanting to present to another person in his presence. So he wants it from you now. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, BP. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. When you are pretty and smart, they just get intimidated. No, you gotta get into the relationship first. And then you reveal your depth much later. Okay. Because you're like a package and a mystery to unfold, to unwrap. You don't give them to it all at once. You don't present everything on the first date. You don't give your life story on the first date. You don't let people know the entire version of yourself. They have to unfold that. That's the whole point of the relationship. If they know everything they're getting up front, they got it. It's no big deal anymore. Now they want something new. Just like on TikTok. Whenever you see something on TikTok that's trending, it gets old after like a week. Now you're on to something new. Okay. You got this lip gloss. Everybody got this lip gloss. Now everybody getting another lip gloss. Okay. You can't do that with real life. You can't do that with yourself. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You don't need to reveal everything about yourself. You don't need to reveal your depth until later. Yes. People got to earn that. Okay. There are a lot of beautiful women out here that are really deep, very spiritual, very smart, very intelligent, but they can't reveal it all at once because that has to be earned as well. That is something that you don't give everyone. Anybody can see what you look like. Anybody can put you on their arm and put you in a nice dress and take you somewhere, but they don't get that part of you until they've earned it. You know what I mean? And the way that they earn it is investing in you as well. And then eventually you unfold piece by piece and they see who you are. And when they are investing in you and they're getting to know you piece by piece, however you present it, that's how they get very emotionally attached. Okay. Don't give out your life story. Don't tell everything about yourself. Don't blabber, blah, 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 blah. Let it unfold. Okay. Piece by piece. Each day, they may learn something new about you, not in the same day that they met you. They don't need to know your entire history. They don't need to know your life story. That unfolds with time. And it don't even have to be true if you don't want them to know certain details about you. You know, it just has to unfold slowly. Okay. Okay. Like you're going to be a mystery every time they see you. They can't wait to see you to get more, to know you more. You're not a blabbermouth open book. Okay. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if he asks for physical needs on the first date? How to escape? You give him the number to an escort service and tell them, I'm so sorry. I'm not that type of girl, but here is a phone number that you can use, or here's a link that you can use to, fulfill your personal physical needs. But I'm not that. I actually wanted to go on a date and get to know a person. You have the escort service ready and available to send to them. Here. I don't roll around for free food. He took you to eat and want you to roll around. Girl, times ain't that hard, baby. I took you to eat. Now get on that mattress. What? Now here go the number to the escort service. You should have just skipped dinner and called them. Have the number ready for them because that's what they think you are. You might as well just direct them in another direction. Okay. Especially if you meet these dudes on dating websites. That's what they think y'all are. That's why I told y'all get off the dating websites. Okay. Just direct them to the right place because they obviously think they're dealing with one. And a stupid one at that, because dinner, that don't even count. He ate too, and he was there enjoying your company. All right. You said a little sus to have an escort service to go to. Tell them that's what that's like, or you don't have to have one. You don't have to have the link if you think it's sus. Just like, why don't you just call an escort service? Just suggest it. Why didn't you just call an escort service if you wanted to roll around tonight? Because women don't do that. Women don't roll around for no free meal. Well, I'm not Pick Misha, baby. I better call the escort service if y'all want some action tonight. Sorry. That's what you need to do. Okay. You Pick Mishas. You said, but women are S addicts too. Only Pick Mishas, baby. People looking for physical gratitude because they're not enough with inside. Yeah. Sometimes it's a mental issue or something that stemmed from childhood or early teen, thinking that's the only way that you're worthy of attention. So they need to work that out in therapy. Sprinkle. What about if they assume that you can have anyone because you naturally get attention and they give up? You got to show a little special interest in them. You gotta make them feel special, like there's no one else that can, make you like them as much as you like him. You gotta make up a little lie. You gotta be like, oh my gosh, when I was young, I had a crush on someone that looked just like you. You need to make up a lie to make them think that they're special and they stand out. Okay, you gotta make up a lie to where they think they got an advantage when they really don't. And they just need to spend money. Give them a fake advantage, girl. A fake advantage. All right. Gotta give them a fake advantage. If they think they have a fake advantage, they'll be more confident to stick around. Okay. You say you use everything I say and it works. Okay, ma'am. Beauty unparalleled. I know that's right. Sprinkle. Sure, the super chat question, please. Girl, I thought I answered all of them. Hold on. How to drop the handkerchief to get them to come. Okay, you got to just give them eye contact and smile. That's it. Eye contact and smile. If they don't come over, they know they don't want to, baby. Okay, you can't force men to come over to you if they don't want to. They have to be attracted to you. Okay, give them a little eye contact and a smile. They still don't walk over. Give it up. With audacity, I approached a CEO after their seminar talk, asked about volunteering roles, and secured a role in the registration desk for a business summit with high-profile CEOs. I'm 19, by the way. Okay. Young and dumb. Sprinkle. Well, you are exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're very interested in a career. You're very goal-oriented, and you walked up to the man that has all the power, and now he knows that you're serious about your career. So guess what? He's going to exploit that. But if you're just trying to get in the right circles, great, wonderful. All right. I would have walked over there looking like a snack, looking good, not talking about no volunteering, no work, no nothing, baby. I would have just walked up in there and he would have offered me that position or offered me some stuff. And I would have been like, oh, well, I really don't like to do that. Anything else that's more, anything that's less demanding. But you are so into whatever you're doing. That's how most young people are. That's why they get taken advantage of, because they're too eager. And what I suggest is keep your eyes open and understand that they are going to take advantage of you because you are so young and you are so goal oriented. They're going to, use that to their advantage because they know you're trying to make something of yourself. But if you're smart and you watch my channel, you're going to take the easiest route and do the least, baby. And I'm not talking about rolling around on the mattress with them. I'm talking about using their exploitation against them, such as, oh, well, I don't know what that, by playing very dumb and getting them to do everything for you and giving you everything without you doing too much. Okay. Play very dumb. Don't act like you know everything. Okay. Because when a person sees you very young and so eager to get into the career, that's when they start exploiting you. If you look like you don't need that career, if you're just playing dumb and they're just wasting time, that's when they want to do the most for you. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's when they want to do the most. When you just there looking like you don't even have to be there and you're just there to look pretty. That's when they want to do the most. And okay. I learned that when I was younger through experience. So when you look like you're just there to do the least, that's when they want to give you the most. Okay. How do I get your old provider back? He's mentally checked out of the marriage. Girl, he too young to be married. Shoot. That's probably why. Girl, he's too young to be married. He probably wishes he never said I did. Okay, I'm just telling you all the truth. Men in their early 20s do not need to be married, and they don't want to be married, okay? The best thing you can do is go pretend like you're still single and have fun and let him have fun. And then when y'all get to about 30, 40, yeah, and y'all are still married, y'all probably want to do more married stuff because that man is too young to be married. Okay? It's too young, baby. He probably crying every night. All right? The man is too young to be married. The best thing I can tell y'all is to go out and do fun, young, single people things and act like you're not married because he probably does not want to be married, darling. Too young. Met a rich man at the Ritz while on vacay. He texted while I was away and said he will talk to me after. I haven't heard yet. How should I reach out? No, sprinkle, sprinkle. Leave him alone, girl. You met him on vacation. He don't even live where you at. Not a match. If he wants you, he'll reach out to you. Okay, not a match. Don't pursue somebody you met on vacation that just gave you the I'll talk to you later. You know what I mean? That looks very pygmy if you go and chase him. Just leave him alone. Done. You're done. If he comes back, then you can see what he's talking about and possibly with a re-entry fee. Okay? But you do not reach out. I'm telling y'all. Don't meet people on vacation that don't even live in your own town that just told you, I'll call you later. That means you are not a priority. I really don't want to talk to you. I exchange numbers with you out of kindness or drunkenness, but this is not going any further than this. That's what he just told you. Don't reach out. Okay? Next. Don't reach out. He'll reach out on a lonely night or he's probably been dumped and no one else to talk to. And he'll probably try to talk to you thinking that you'll be excited to hear from him. And that's when you hit him with the re-entry fee. Okay. A lot of men will find your number tucked away somewhere that they never used months later and need an ego boost and call you up. So make sure you get some ego boost compensation, aka re-entry fee. Okay, but leave him alone, girl. Do not text first. What if he wants a divorce and you don't because he financially is there for me? What? How do I blur his mind back in? I don't know. Like he's asking for the divorce. Usually men don't ask for divorces, women do. The best, I don't know how good you look, ma'am, but you got to look good in order to lure anybody back in. But you gotta get a whole new makeover. You need to go and get an entire makeover because men always want what men are very possessive. Okay. If they think you can go get a better man, they're not gonna let you go. So you need to go level yourself up times 10. Whatever you looking like, you need to look 10 times better. Okay, that's the best thing you could do. And then they'll want you back, and then you can play them and get some money out of them. But a lot of times men divorce for certain reasons because they're not attracted to you anymore. They found something better. So you got to get your looks up times 10. Okay. You need to look like you ready to go find another one and a better one. Then he don't want to let you go. Y'all see them memes on Facebook Instagram and TikTok where the woman is getting kicked out with her suitcase, and then as soon as she steps out the door, she becomes like a 10, and all these men start like trying to holler at her on the sidewalk before she even get out the house. Be that, okay? Be her. Be the one that other men are going to be interested in right away as soon as you leave the house. He's not going to want to divorce you if he thinks that you're going to upgrade on him. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. What are your tips for looking more mature? I look like a child. You're 23. Girl, classic clothing, business casual clothing, classics. Heels, of course, but not stripper heels. I don't know what your hair looks like, but find a more mature hairstyle, maybe a bob or something. I don't know. Get you a wig if you don't want to cut it. Okay. Make sure your nails don't look like, they're too trendy. There you go. You said, are the roses real? They've been there. They never died, girl. You know how many videos these have been in? Girl, they real sturdy. They look real. They're not. These right here, these are preserved roses by Rose Forever. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How are y'all doing? In fact, let me go ahead and put a little commercial out there for y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think I need to take a little small break. How are y'all doing? Let me put it out. Okay, they also have candles and stuff, y'all. And if you use my code, you can get $20 off. So let me go ahead and put this out there. 1 sec. It's also in the beginning of the video. Not the beginning of the video. It's on the top link of the description bar. Okay. Hey y'all, sprinkle, sprinkle. So I have something exciting for you guys. This is, can you guess? Roses from Rose Forever. They send you beautiful preserved roses. Look at this. And these last for up to a whole year without any withering. And so these are perfect for decor, display, gifts, whatever. They come in different boxes. They have black velvet. They have pink velvet. They also have glass, like plexiglass, I think it's like. And then they have these beautiful white marbled boxes as well. They also have little vase arrangements as well. So definitely check out Rose Forever and use my code SPRINKLE to save $20 on your order. These are perfect gifts for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, just for your bestie, for yourself, for your man to buy you. Stick this on your wish list. And you can have beautiful roses every day. These last for a long time. I have a bunch of these and they are still holding up beautifully. I just got this one the other day and they come in the mail. So you don't even have to be there to receive them. They will come in a box and they come in your mail. They deliver them to your doorstep. You don't have to sign for them. They're just a beautiful box. And when you open them up, you have beautiful preserved roses and they have so many colors. They have all the colors you could think of. Okay. Of course, I got pink. I also have some white roses as well to match my bedroom, but these are really pretty as well. So I like to have pink, white, I have red. I have so many colors. So I just keep them around my house as decor. And it's always beautiful to look at beautiful roses. So make sure you put this in your cart on the website that I'm going to link. It's going to be in the description bar, so make sure y'all check it out. It's Rose Forever. And use my code SPRINKLE to save $20 on your order. All right. I'm going to see y'all later. Definitely click, and you'll have yours too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bye. Hey, y'all. Y'all like my little advertisement. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, yep. That's the roses. They also have candles, 3-wick candles that are large. You can also save $20 on that as well. The holidays are coming up. And they have some really nice scents. All right. Okay. They're preserved roses, allergen free, all of that good stuff. Okay. We've made with all natural ingredients for the preservation process. Okay. So we're back now. Why men don't approach certain women. Okay. Now let's get into the obvious. They're broke. The men are broke. Or they're already taken. Some guys actually will just look and smile, but they will not approach because they are in a relationship and they're trying to be good. And some just don't have enough money. Okay. So they just look. Or there's someone else in there that's looking at them and spying on them, so they can't approach. Okay. You was thinking that since I'm in the environment, I could potentially find a provider, sponsor keeping your techniques and teaching in mind. Yeah, Don Quixote, yeah, you definitely can, but make sure they don't take advantage of you because you're young. Okay, play young and dumb. Thank you, girl. Sparkle, sparkle, and get their pockets. Which of the whole perfumes you recommend daily, girl? Mine. Girl, get this. It's linked in the description bar. Use my code Shera. You're going to get 3, and you get Liquid Finesse, Press Him, and Essence of Ecstasy. If you use these 3 daily, you're definitely going to get your way. Don't use it around no dusties though. And my code Shera to save money. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I use it every day. I use the Liquid Finesse daily. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It also is a mood booster as well to yourself, the Liquid Finesse. These are not perfumes, they're pheromones. Okay? They're pheromones to attract, to get your way, to finesse. The vasopressin, which is the press hem, which is the middle one, it gives off the pheromone as if you're ovulating, which attracts men naturally. Usually you only ovulate 2 days a month. This you can have every day at your fingertips. And then the essence of ecstasy make men like really, really attracted to you physically. Okay. So you use all 3, pop this in your purse. When you get to the rich side of town, before you're going to go out and do whatever you need to do, you dab it on. Do not use around dust. It even says it on the back. Warning, do not wear around dusties because that's how powerful it is. You can pair this with any perfume because it doesn't have a specific scent. It is very fresh and like smells like just a fresh bath or something like that. So you definitely can pair it with any perfume. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. There's also a quiz on the website when you click on the Ho Cosmetics website that you can take that will tell you what's best for you as well. But this kit is a good one to start with because you can just sample all of the kit, right? And then you can buy bigger versions of them later on if you see that they work, okay? Because they also have some for men to attract women on the website too. So y'all just use my code Shera and y'all can go check some out. They also have other ones that are sample sized as well that you don't have to spend an arm and a leg on. And also they're perfect for the holiday season. Stocking stuffers, get you some. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Thank you, Salon. And they do ship internationally. So if you don't live here in America, you can still get you some. Oh, you ordered some on October 22nd? Yeah, they have to get all their orders together, girl. They have a lot of customers. You know, it's not Amazon, baby. Okay. But I'm sure that they got your order and it's processing. Okay. Well, he said way more than that, but I only had what? Oh, y'all are talking to each other in the comments. Okay. What are ways to tell if a guy likes you? If he approaches you first, always. He always finds a reason to talk to you. He's interested and he likes you and he wants to impress you and do things for you and spend money on you. That's it. Okay. He wants to impress you. He wants to get your attention. He wants to spend money. He is the pursuer and the chaser. That's how you know. You ain't gonna be able to get rid of him. That's how you know. You ever had somebody that's you can't get rid of because they like you? That's how you know. They just keep following you around, talking to you, trying to impress you, trying to give you stuff, trying to take you out. That's how you know. That's how you know they like you. They're very persistent and they will chase you and they have things to offer. Okay. Thank you. You said, what are some flirty jokes you can tell rich customers? You're 20. My joke would be just to get up out of there. My joke would be like, did you hear the one about the billionaire man who married the bartender so she didn't have to work no more? That'd be my joke. Did you hear about the millionaire guy who went into a bar and fell in love with the bartender and told her she didn't have to work no more? You only get a big tip, girl, especially if you're cute. That ain't no joke either. It's the truth. You're manifesting. All right. I'm just gonna come straight up and say it. That's the joke right there. Either you get it or you don't. Because I don't care. You see your situationship every day and you want him to regret losing you. He didn't lose you because y'all had a situationship. Y'all didn't have a relationship. It wasn't nothing to get lost, baby. Thank you, Kelly, for the super chat. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why would a man miss a situationship? It wasn't a relationship. There was no commitment. You didn't get claimed. So what's he missing? Someone with low self-esteem that gave themselves to a man who didn't even want to claim them in public. He ain't missing nothing, baby. What you're missing is your self-esteem, your self-value, and you're still trying to find a way to get this man's attention. He don't like you like that, man. You need to move on and find someone who likes you times 10, that wants to claim you in public, have a real relationship with you, and spend money on you. That's what you need to be focused on. Not some man that don't want you, that wouldn't claim you, that put you in a situationship because you ain't good enough for a relationship. Okay? Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Because somebody has to tell you. It may not sound nice, but you're going to hear it and someone needs to tell you so you don't repeat it. Okay? Because some of y'all are out here going from situationship to situationship. Y'all ain't even in relationships no more. Back in the old days, we used to have at least some type of fake looking relationship that looked like it was at least real. Y'all over here now claiming to be in a situationship, basically not good enough for a relationship, you know? So you need to stop getting into situationships because you're desperate. You need to have some self-value, have some self-esteem, and only deal with men who can meet your standards that you create in order for them to meet so that they can be in a relationship with you and do the most and impress you. You know what I'm saying? You're not just somebody they hide away, see after 10:30 at night because the real woman that they're dating don't want to roll around on the mattress with them, so they come call you later on at night. You know what I'm saying? You want to be that for the rest of your life? No, you don't. So change your ways, change your attitude, get some high standards, and stop dealing with a man. They're not going to regret losing you. You were not the priority. You were the one that they used after they took the other one out to dinner and paid for her food. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand. You can't make someone regret losing someone that they didn't even want. Thank you, Kelly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tips on having a first boyfriend at 21. He's mostly just for fun and experience. Okay. Make sure he takes you to nice places and never reach in your wallet with him. Okay. If you can't pay, y'all don't go out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Have fun, but do not be paying on dates. All right. Wonderful. And don't get pregnant, girl. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. If y'all are so desperate that you gotta be in a situationship because you can't be in nothing else, um, the best thing I can tell you is to just prepare to be disappointed every time. Okay. If you won't do the inner work and become better and level up yourself, then just prepare for disappointment each time, darling. Okay. Just go in there knowing it ain't gonna work out. And you're gonna be left high and dry and looking stupid. Okay. Just go in there like that. If you're not gonna change, then just go in there not expecting the most. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Shira. You cut your hair so it's at your shoulder and you wear business clothes mostly, but men are still afraid to approach me because I look so small. I've got a baby face. Any tips? You need to find a short king. Okay. You need to find a short king. He'll think you're perfect. Go find a little short kings. Find a shorty. Are you short too? You need a shorty. Thank you, Orange, for the super sticker. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go stand next to the short kings with the money. All right. Well, that's the one that's going to like you if you look little and small. Okay. How do I truly stay unbothered? You have goals, you have things that you're trying to accomplish. You're not male oriented, which means your priorities aren't a man, but just to get their money to do what you actually want to do with your life. Do y'all remember before y'all were teenagers and boy crazy that you actually had goals in life, that didn't include a man? Go back to that and see what you really wanted to do with your life. Go back to that and see how you wanted to live before the patriarchal standard was put in your mind to brainwash you that you only live for a man. Okay. What did you want to do in life? Figure that out. Okay. Did you want to be a fairy princess? Did you want to have tea parties all day? What did you want to do? Did you want to dress up like Barbie and do whatever? What did you want to do before you started chasing around a man and begging for attention? Then focus on that and get his money so that you can do that. Okay. And if you get his money, you got him. Why? Because men follow their investments and you don't have to really do too much after that. Because when a man invests in a woman, they like them. They're going to become emotionally more available to them because that's where their money's going. So you make your dreams come true with his money, build yourself, stack your money, keep your money, spend his, and have some goals. Okay. And they'll like you more if you're doing something that's not chasing behind them like a pygmy show. Okay. I promise you. Focus on yourself. Men love self-obsessed women. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And thank you, Lindsay. Did I already say that? Thank you, girl. What if you're heartbroken so bad that you don't want to date anymore? I still want marriage, though. I'm 20. Girl, you 25. You're supposed to get your heart broke. Okay. Now it's time to level up and go marry for lifestyle and stop marrying and dating for love. Okay. Your heart broke, but your bank account don't have to be. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get the money. Okay, thank you, Lindsay. Appreciate you, girl. Okay, now imagine if you were heartbroken and broke. That would be a sad combination. Go get some money. Men are only going to disappoint you unless you have goals and and things that you want to do with your own life. If they're nice, if they're a good person, if they're decent, if they make you happy, added bonus, but they need money first. Okay. Because what you can do is benefit from the relationship that you're in, build yourself, create a life that you actually want. If they're great, if they're a good person, added bonus. But if they're not, you're winning and you're not losing when they leave. It's like, okay, I guess that was that, the duration of that relationship. Oh, but my bank account looks very nice. on to the next. You'll just see them as a phase rather than someone that, you know, broke your heart, or because you're not focused on them fully, you're focused on yourself. Okay. And also, you need to have a roster. You need to date more than one. Because think about this, if you broke up with him or he broke up with you and you had another one quickly after, or to replace him, or in the friend zone waiting, you have not skipped a beat and you would have been happy doing the most, getting your Christmas presents this year and everything from the other ones. That's why I tell y'all to have more than one and don't put all your eggs in one basket, because you will be disappointed, especially in your 20s. Okay. Those are all fake practice relationships unless you're dating a much older man who's ready to marry. Okay. Anybody young, they're not ready to marry. They're just practicing like y'all. Okay. That's why I always tell people that's not your husband. Y'all are just dating. Enjoy the time. Don't let your boyfriend stand in the way of your husband. Date for lifestyle. Your early 20s and your teens are for falling in love. Now, when you get grown and bills start coming in your name and you want to have a different type of lifestyle, that's when you start dating for lifestyle and funds and money, okay, and status. Okay, leave the childhood stuff in childhood. Level up and understand what you're doing, because every future generation that comes after you is going to either benefit or not benefit from your decisions on who you decide to marry and procreate with. Okay. Just think about it like that. You need to get serious. Okay. You can always grow in love, but you need to get that money and secure that bag for your future generations. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. It's not that serious. Okay. Just date guys you don't even want to roll around on the mattress with and get their money. You'll be fine. He won't commit because he's my coworker. What do I do? Girl, that's your work husband. Stop trying to get him to commit, girl. Leave him as work husband and go date have a roster outside of work, baby. That's work husband. You need a whole extra roster outside of the workplace. Do y'all live together? If not, that's your work husband, and have a roster, baby. Have somebody come up there and take you to lunch. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all already committed. Y'all see each other every day at work. That's work husband. Stop mixing up people. Where's your man after work? Okay. Mm-hmm. What do I tell each one on the roster that I don't want to be seen with them in public? Go somewhere where nobody know you, girl. You got to go somewhere else where nobody knows you. You got to switch your wig up. You got to go out at times of day when you know the other one ain't out. You know what I'm saying? Stop hanging around the same places. Go somewhere different, somewhere that they would never go. Okay. Like, you'll never run into certain guys at certain places because they don't go there. But understand who you're dealing with and don't go to where you will ever run into them. Okay. Advice for unattractive women. What about plastic surgery? Girl, I don't know what you look like, ma'am. I can't advise anybody. I am not a doctor. I am not a consultant or anything. So that's between you and yourself and whoever that you're looking at to do something for you. I don't know, man. But I just say do the best you can do. Watch RuPaul's Drag Race. If that can't help you, then yes, maybe if that's the last result, perhaps. I don't know. But if RuPaul's Drag Race can't help you transform into something that looks good, then maybe that's your last option. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Okay. Sometimes you just need a bunch of makeup on. That's all. Sometimes you just need a bunch of makeup and learn how to contour and sculpt. Sometimes that's all you need, girl. Okay. Sometimes you just need to level up with the best stuff that you already got. How to deal with the feeling that you are a wasted potential. You're not a wasted potential because you can decide to do what you want to do today, tomorrow, and the next day. You're just lazy, or you don't have something that gives you purpose. So make a purpose and go for it. Make a purpose and go for it. Make, keyword make, not look for, not find, but make. Make a purpose and then go do it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think a lot of people don't realize. Some of y'all are looking for a purpose, trying to meet a potential. If you just make something to do and you're good at it and you do it, that's it. All right. I mean, a lot of ideas got started like that. You know, who put roses in a box and preserved them? I'm sure they were like, let me just make something. Make a purpose. You see, you got to make something. Make a purpose. Stop looking for someone else to tell you who you are. Stop looking for trying to reach a potential that someone else put there for you, and make something. Make something your purpose. That's literally it. Okay. Everybody's looking for something, and all you got to do is make something. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got hands, you got a mouth, you got a brain. Make something. What do you think about turning down men who drive a worse car than I do, especially when they see mine? Valet or walking me to it. They act overly impressed. Turns me off. Am I overreacting? No, girl. You're supposed to be driving your other car when you're going out with men. Because if you have a nice car, they don't think they can do anything for you. They're going to act all impressed and they're going to be asking you to pay on the date. If you have a nice car, you need to have two cars. You need to have a regular car that's not super nice that you drive on dates to, and then you need to have your car that they don't see. Okay? Or you need to date men that have way more money and stop meeting them online. Because if you had met them in real life, you would have known exactly what type of car they drove, or at least the side of town that they lived on, and you could have seen their keys when they pulled them out and put them on the bar or walked to their car. You know, you got to start meeting men in real life. So you know what kind of car they drive straight up. That's the first question out of my mouth when somebody approaches me. Like the second question, what kind of car you drive? I do not care because I need to know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What kind of car you drive? Look, they already know what I'm about when I ask the dumb question. What kind of car do you drive? That means impress me or get out of my face. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't come over here when you driving something that I wouldn't dare be seeing in public again. Nah, come correct. That's just me though. That's me. I have the audacity. All right. You're in the gym a lot. How to get attention there. Look good. Don't wear them scrunch booty pants. Make sure you're in the gym on the rich side of town. Go in there at the same time every day. If you can go early in the morning, you're going to meet older guys that have more money. Okay. And you just act dumb, play dumb, like you don't know how to use the machine. You drop something and you look and you smile. Okay. That's literally it. Play dumb, drop something, act like you don't know how to use the machine, get there early. Okay. Like between 6 and 9 in the morning. That's when all the old rich men are in there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Okay. A 60-year-old was joking, saying to give him a haircut, and I said, "Depends how much are you paying." He snapped at me and said, "It's not all about the money." That man got money. Like that man got money. Like it's like it's right. Well, how much are you going to tip me? That means it is about money, food. You gotta humble them right back. Right back. All right. Like you don't want to be sitting around in some old man's hair trying to cut it. Like I know he got one foot in the grave and it is all about money. He can't take it with him, so he needs to leave it to you and put you in the wheel. Sprinkle. So yeah, it's like, oh, okay, fine, just a tip then. How much you willing to tip me? That means I ain't finna do nothing for free. You crazy? You better go find somebody your own age. Are there any movies you recommend we watch? I never can recommend movies, darling, because my mind goes blank. The best movie to watch to be more confident is a show. It's called RuPaul's Drag Race. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You better work. RuPaul's Drag Race. There you go. There you go. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's a TV series. It's a show. Go watch it. Someone said Legally Blonde. I say RuPaul's Drag Race. Find the audacity. Find some main character energy. You know, that's... You said RuPaul for real? Yes. They said for confidence. Okay. Have I seen the Michael movie trailer? Yes, I have. I did a reaction to it on my Instagram and my TikTok. Go check it out. Links are in the description bar towards the bottom. Look, okay. What? Yeah. When a man is talking to you and he's saying it's not always about money, a lot of times people just want their money and want to use them. Blah, blah, blah. That's why you have to be more clever. Like instead of saying, well, how much are you going to pay me? You just say you charge this much for haircuts. You see, there's not a question. It's like, well, I charge $20 for haircuts, so. Don't sell yourself short to anybody, darling. What if he promised you stuff in years in advance? Girl, why are you asking me the dumbest question in the whole live today? He had promised you years in advance an apartment and a car. He is paying my school fees and my bills. Okay. Well, get all of that done and don't believe anything he says until it's in your hand. Okay? Don't believe nothing he says until it's in your hand. It's nice that he's paying your stuff now, but it seems like, why can't he get you that now? Is he trying to control you? Do you not have a car? Do you already have a car? Are you trying to upgrade the vehicle? Why is he breadcrumbing you? I don't know how rich he is. I don't know how much money he has. You haven't given me enough details, but I'm going to tell you one thing. If he's promising you something years out, how does he know you're going to be around in years out? What if you find a better man? Why does he get to dictate how long you're going to be with him? You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, it's like, well, I sure could use a car now. Don't worry. I'll figure out how I can get some money and start saving up. That means I need the car now. Don't breadcrumb me. Okay? At least get the car. At least get you a car or something. It's like, no, I'm going to start saving up now because I really need it now. Basically, everything he's doing is fine, but you really want something that he cannot do, which makes him look inadequate, which means you're still struggling and you're still going to try to get this car. And that's going to be your focus. It's not going to be, oh, thank you for doing all this other stuff. It's like, but I still need a car. You see? So if you put the focus on something you need versus being satisfied and thankful for what he's doing to you and doing for you, like paying your tuition and this and that, you still need something. You're never satisfied. If you're never satisfied, they got to keep going. That's how they keep chasing. If you're never satisfied, don't sit there and be satisfied. It's like, okay, in 5 years from now or in 2 years from now, this is what I'm going to get. Like an idiot. No, you need one of those things now. Okay. Be demanding. You can do it in a nice way, like I told you. It's like, well, I'm saving up. Keep talking about it. Well, I'm saving up for my car. Well, I'm saving up for my car. So I need to go see if I can pick up some hours here at, or I need to see, I can babysit my sister's niece and she's going to pay me some money towards my car. So always be busy with trying to earn money for your car. You see what I'm saying? And you don't have time for him because you're trying to scrunch and save for this car that you really need. And you have no more time for him. So now guess what? He got to give you the money. He got to get you the car to get that financial obstacle out of his way so that he can see you. Okay. So be very focused on the car. You're saving up for it and doing little jobs here and there. Da, 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 da. I can't go tonight. I have to I promised I would help someone move to get some money towards my car. Oh, I promised I'd help my friend pack so I could get some money towards my car. They're going to pay me. You see? They're going to get frustrated and they're going to be like, well, I'll just get you a car. Even though you're not doing any of those things, you're just lying. They don't know that. Okay. That was a lady that asked about how he promised her a car and an apartment in the future. But in the meantime, he's paying her bill and her tuition. And I said, get the car now. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle, especially if he can afford it. You said he could be dead in a couple of years. Yeah, get your car now, girl. Make sure it's in your name too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, so I hope y'all watched the video, took some notes, understand why you may or may not be getting approached. I kind of addressed as many types of women that I could as to why you weren't getting approached. It could be so many reasons. It could actually be the man's problem. But I mentioned, as much as I could think of during the video. And if you want to add something in the comments later on, definitely add. I don't mind. But I do feel like a lot of y'all need to really look at yourselves and understand that the type of man that you're trying to attract, you need to understand that, what they're attracted to. And then you need to figure out what you need to do. Okay. Like if you see a guy that's used to certain types of women and you're sitting at a bar and you understand this guy likes this sort of woman, there's not a high chance that he's going to try to talk to you. So you can just get that out your head. Unless you're one of those types of women, or you look like one of them types of women, or you can possibly look like one of them types of women, they may not approach you. Okay. That's just is what it is. So we got to understand what men are attracted to, what certain types of men are attracted to. And if you are trying to attract them, you know what you got to do. Be and look and act like what they're attracted to. Now, once you get their money, you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. These men act like they're afraid to get hurt or played just because I'm pretty. Old, wealthy man. Shira, make it make sense. Can you have too much main character energy? Okay, so like I said, you have to give them a false sense of advantage that you'll be in their life for a long time. Okay. And I said this earlier in the video. You got to make them seem like they're very special. There's someone that you think is aligned in the stars with. You got to pull out that astrology BS. You got to be like, I think you're my soulmate. We're like the perfect match. I really like you. I used to have a crush on someone that looked like you or with your same name, and you remind me so much of them. They're dead. I don't know. Make it seem like they have an unfair advantage and that you're there because you think they're special. There's just something about them. You know what I'm saying? You got to give them an unfair advantage so that in their mind, when their insecurity starts to creep in, they're like, well, I remind her of that dude that died, or I remind her of star-crossed lovers. And she did the chart and I'm supposed to be the soulmate. So I know she ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like give them an unfair advantage so that they have some confidence. within the relationship that you're not going anywhere. Okay. And when you're in public with them, brag about them to other people in their face. Oh my gosh, she is so smart. He teaches me so much. Like, you got to brag on them in their face. Give them a false sense. Okay. That's what y'all got to do. Y'all can't just be sitting there. Give them some false hope. Give them a sense that you're not going anywhere. Lying, girl. Y'all need to start lying. They feel like you think that they're all that. They're going to stop acting all insecure and afraid to get their heart broken. They're going to start giving you that money. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, she ain't going nowhere. She think we soulmates, star-crossed lovers. She think I'm smart. She be bragging on people in front of me. Ooh, she ain't going nowhere. That's probably future wife right there. You see? You gotta stroke the ego. Exactly. Give them a false sense. Give them a false sense of you ain't going nowhere. Even though you look like you are. Even though you always look like you dressed to walk out and go do better. They know deep down inside there's that connection. That you just made up and told them to shut them up and out of their insecurity. But they don't know that. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I was on the TikTok live earlier today, and we were talking about how you always need to look good and like you ready to go out and find a better replacement. And that way your man will always do what you need them to do. If you look good, like you're always ready to go somewhere, like you're always dressed and ready to go somewhere at any moment. If he makes you mad, I'm going looking good. You can't always look like you're ready to go somewhere and do better, because your man will treat you correct if that's what you look like. We were comparing. I was like, look at Melania Trump. She always dressed in them heels and jacket, collar pop, looking like she ready to go somewhere. Don't Melania Trump always look like she ready to go somewhere? She don't look like she ready to snuggle on the couch. She don't look like she ready to lay down or sit down on nobody's chair. She always got that jacket on, them heels, and that collar pop, like she ready to go somewhere away from him. Look like you are ready to go somewhere, not to lay down on no couch, not to fold no laundry, baby. You want to keep them chasing and interested. Look like you are ready to go somewhere. Be dressed for the day. I mean, you having on no leggings and no t-shirt, little and a bonnet on your head. Look like you ready to go and replace every day. That's the key. I'm ready. Like, okay. Stay ready. Yep. The only time she dressed down was when she got off Air Force One the last time after his last presidency. Yeah, they probably told her to look more relatable to her. She always dressed to go somewhere though, huh? Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, the bonnets definitely need to stay in the house, darling. Don't bring them out. They are for the bedroom, the house. Do not bring out. Leave at home, please. I don't care where you're going. Leave them at home. You're representing, and you need to represent correctly. Okay, thank you so much. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't be a stereotype. Even if you are, don't look like one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What would you advise a 20-year-old living in the ghetto? Get out of the ghetto, darling. Okay? Save your money and move out of the ghetto. Your life expectancy will go up. And so will the amount of money in your bank account, because you're going to be around people with more money. And you're going to be talking to people with more money. You're going to start getting better jobs, making more friends that have money. You get in a circle of people that have more money, your money's going to go up. You got to get out of the environment. Okay. Get out quick. Save your money and get out. I don't even care if you got to go find a studio apartment somewhere or rent a room somewhere on the nice side of town. Go. Because you can always level up once you get there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Your man get mad when you say you're single until you're married and wants to leave me. Then don't tell him. Just tell everybody else. Start saying y'all are pre-engaged. We're pre-engaged. That means he ain't put a ring on it yet. That means I'm single. That's a nice way to say it. I'm pre-engaged. At the same time, dropping hints and clues. Can I tell you about my accessories? They are accessories, darling. I piled them on today. Since I was so plainly dressed, I just piled on the accessories. Like I have on a white t-shirt and a denim jacket and some cargo pants. And to spruce it up and look more feminine, I just put on a bunch of jewelry. Okay. It looked very masculine before I put the jewelry on. So that's what I did. Whenever you're like wanting to wear a certain outfit and it's giving masculine, just throw on a bunch of necklaces and accessories and some cute earrings. Okay. Because that was looking like, I was looking like I was getting ready to put in some work or something. I looked like I was ready to do some physical labor. So just put a bunch of jewelry on with it. That's all I got it down. I was going to do my nails. I'm going to be using my sprinkle nails. Y'all can get these on levelupcosmetics.us as well if y'all want some press-on nails, acrylic press-on nails for the holiday season. Definitely pick you up some. Yes. Levelupcosmetics.us, darling. I'll link it here. It's also in the description bar, or it should be. But I'll link it here. I also have the keychains. I have makeup, lipstick, highlighter, etc., etc. It's my little brand. But I have all different ones. I might do these chrome French. I'm not sure. But then I have the dark red. And then I have the pinks. Sprinkle nails. And then I have the ones I was wearing last week, the little pearl chrome. And then the regular French for you natural French wearing girlies. Definitely pick them up. Sprinkle. I appreciate you. What does he mean when he is introvert with you but extrovert with others? That means he's putting on an act for them. And he's comfortable around you being himself. Because sometimes introverts, when they're around certain people, they expect them to understand them. But they have to perform for other people on the outside to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not cuckoo. You don't like to talk about yourself? Then talk about them. Ask them about themselves and then let them do all the talking. Okay, that way you can gather information on how to collect money from them. You can know their triggers, what they like, what stories to tell them later on that they can relate to. Just listen and pay attention. Let them do all the talk. How to stop being obsessed with their exes comparing. They're ex for a reason. You're there to collect their money today. So stop worrying about yesterday. Collect money. Worry about the money, baby. Don't worry about the exes. Worry about the money. Get the money. Stop focusing on the wrong things. Think about how you can get some money in your bank account from him. All right. And then you'll be good. Your goal is not to compare yourself to his ex or to think you're good enough. Your goal is to get in there, make him pay some bills, stack your bank account, and do whatever you need him to do, and become obsessed with yourself and let him chase. That's your goal. If you can't do that, he don't even like you. Okay. If you can't do any of those things, he doesn't like you. So understand you could just be a placeholder. Best thing you need to do is focus on how to get yourself to the next level in that relationship. That relationship should be beneficial, not making you question your self-worth. Okay. Focus on something different. That's all you need to do. Refocus. Get your money. You said, in your country, men are not providers. What to do? Don't get with a man unless they can provide. Are the old man providers at least? Are the older men providers? If they were to get a younger woman, would they provide for you? Or would they make you go out and work knowing that they old? Okay, would an older man provide for you? Perhaps there are providers there and you're just looking at the wrong age. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if a man says hi and stares and makes small talk but never asks you out? He could just be being polite. He could be just being polite and filling up the awkward silence. That doesn't mean that they like you. Okay? If he doesn't ask you out, he's not interested in you romantically, he's not going to go there. Period. Okay. How do you get the security guard at your job attention? Ma'am. Who asking me this dumb question today? You trying to get his keys or something? So you can get access to something else? Like what you want him for? You need secret access into the building or something? Like what's happening? Okay. Okay, what you say? Chats with Chris says that he's a gay man and provide for his husband and he don't work at all and you like it that way. And a lot of what you says applies in my community as well. Okay, chats with Chris, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so you take care of your husband. I know that's right. I feel like whatever community, I think whoever is taking care of the other one, they get like so much more out of it. Like they get the respect, they get the like, oh my gosh, you're the best. Da da da. They feel like they run and stuff. And it's just a good feeling. And especially if you actually like someone and love someone, you want to take care of them as the man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. What kind of building do you work in, ma'am? With the security guard, is it top security? Like, is there some valuables somewhere? What you need the security guard number for? I don't know. How old are you, man? I need to redirect you. Is there anybody in there like a partner or a corporate CEO that you could probably find more interesting? You know, you see, she probably attracted to his looks, man. His looks is why he's a security guard. Because he didn't aim high because he thought his looks would take him far and they just took him right there. So what do you want, ma'am? Where did she come from? What? You said what looks are worthless in a man. Exactly, girl. There are lots of guys who think that their looks are going to take them far, and when it doesn't, and it backfires, they depend on pygmishas to want to holla. You understand? I'm gonna track me a pygmisha by looking good in my security guard uniform. Okay. Yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ain't nothing like a man in uniform, right? Do you think working in customer service as a what woman can drain your energy? Girl, they got AI for that now. It's gonna take your job anyway. You might as well just find something else to do, girl. Sprinkle. Um, I feel like you need to focus on something else. Maybe start your little side business, little side hustle. So eventually, when you do feel like you're done with that, you can just transition over to your business that you've been building up. That's what you need to be doing. Okay, I'm getting ready to go in a few minutes. Mhm. Which women do they not approach? Okay, we went through all of them in the beginning of the video, so you could go back and watch why certain men don't approach certain women. There's different types of women. It could be the women, it could be the men, it could be their hairstyle, it could be everything. It could be that the man has his brother-in-law over there watching. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes men don't approach if someone they know is there with them and they can't. Sometimes men don't approach because they might like how you look, but they might not want to get into any type of relationship. They might already be in one. Sometimes they don't approach because they're wondering why you're even there, or you could look desperate, or so many other things. But we talked about them earlier in the video, so just make sure you rewatch the video. Okay, some are just broke and ain't got no money. So they just like to look. Some already think you got a man and who's taking care of y'all, and they don't even want to bother you or approach. They're just admiring you because they already think you're married to somebody that has a lot of money because that's how you present, you know. So sometimes if you're doing too much or you're too beautiful, they already think you're taken. So you have to make sure that sometimes you look like they can upgrade you. You know, some of y'all are carrying around designer purses, wearing a bunch of jewelry, like all of this, and looking like, super beautiful. And a man already thinks you're taken because of how you look. So you need to take the jewelry off, dust the Walmart purse off, put it on your arm, put down the designer purse, go out looking like a beautiful woman that has not been discovered yet by some man with money. So he can feel like, oh, she's got that Walmart purse on. I can upgrade that. Oh, she's got that denim jacket and that white t-shirt on, but she doesn't have a lot of jewelry or accessories. I could upgrade. I can buy her some jewelry because she ain't got about 18 necklaces on like Shera. You know what I'm saying? So do a little bit less. If you're, attractive and men already assume you got someone, make it look like that they can upgrade you or take you from them and do better. All right. Look like you can be taken if you do got someone. It look like they can upgrade you if you ain't got somebody. Some women look like they fold laundry and cook all day and are already someone's housewife because they're dressing for comfort and practicality versus to lure in. So you also gotta get out of your comfort zone sometimes, ladies, so you don't look like you already at home folding laundry for somebody. You got to look like you're out to mingle. You got to have those heels on. You got to be poised. You got to dress on purpose and have a little main character energy instead of looking practical and comfortable like you already fold clothes. Okay. Sometimes it's that they automatically assume you're already married because you look like a housewife that just goes out and looks practical all the time for comfort because you already got everything. You're already married. You already know. So you got to come out of that comfort zone sometimes. Uh-huh. Once we retire, do we focus on baby making or the business or both? Girl, Do everything you want to do first in the marriage. Have some kids, get your nice car, take the kids to school, make sure they're good, take them to, to the park and stuff. And then when they get old enough to where they're gone 8 hours a day at school, yeah, you can start your little company, your little business. While they're gone during the day, you can do what you want. But focus on the kids first before, make sure your business is flexible enough to where you could still spend time with your kids after school and on the weekend. Okay. Yeah. And it can be an online business. You don't even have to have a physical place to go. Wonderful. You need to look like someone who can level you up. Like if you're still not getting approached and you're dressed very plain, you need to dress poor then. Where they could come, they can help you, girl. Thank you, Riri, for the super sticker. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you're already dressing plain, wear something that looks like you're unfortunate and see what happens. Not super unfortunate, but just not as fortunate as the next chick. Okay. That's only if you look really, really good. And they already assume you're taken by some rich man. That's only. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What? You had the flu and your dusty husband complained when you asked to get you some Gatorade. Divorce can't come any sooner. Okay, man, yeah. They don't like y'all. Like a lot of men will marry a woman that they do not like. And the faster y'all realize, the faster y'all can correct the situation, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. How do you feel less insecure? Have some main character energy. Look good. Have main character energy. This is your world. This is your story, not theirs. Make sure you walk, talk, and act like the main character of your own life. Okay? Your world is from your perspective, so act like you're the main character. Don't look at yourself as something is wrong with you and you're comparing yourself to other people. That's not no main character energy. Okay? Main character energy. Whose world are you in? Yours. Act like it. If that doesn't click, keep saying it over and over. Whose world are you in? Yours. Your perspective. Main character energy. Act like it. Get up every day as if you were the main character of your own TV show, your own movie. Get your hair, get your makeup, and get your wardrobe. Okay? Get out there and be the main character. That's it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, can you tan or is that too much to attract someone? Girl, I don't even realize when y'all be having tans or not. I just, if you ain't super brown, I don't really notice. So I don't know. Do they notice? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why do men always approach me and say you must be married? Because you look married. Because you look married. Someone said yes, get a tan. Girl, I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who has tans or not. Unless you look like you got too much of a tan, I don't even notice. So, okay. I'm about to go in a few minutes. If someone works from home, should they dress up? Remember what I was saying earlier in the video? Look like you already trying to go somewhere. Look like you're about to go somewhere all the time. You know, let me tell you why. Because you might be invited somewhere, or you might want to go somewhere, or you might be working at home and you might say, hey, I should go into the rich side of town and go do some errands and shop. And yeah, you could meet your man there. You can meet a man there with money. You know, always get dressed for the day. That's just proper etiquette. Dress cute because you never know where you need to go. Okay. Dress for the lifestyle. You know, dress for the type of man you're trying to attract if you plan on going out. If you're not leaving your house, then, you know, nobody cares. But I still like to get dressed up because I have a lot of clothes and I need to wear them. Okay. I have so many clothes. If I change outfits 2-3 times a day, I still have stuff left over at the end of the year. So I like to wear my clothes. Like sometimes I wear the same stuff over some of my favorite pieces, but I actually like getting dressed. So that's why I just do it. Maybe you need some style inspiration from people that actually also like to get dressed. So you need to find some friends or some colleagues or some hangout buddies that also like to get up and get dressed. I find it that when you are hanging around people or deal with people that also like to get up and get dressed, it also motivates you to get up and get dressed. Okay. So that's how I think. You don't have to be like super, you know, dressed up, but you do need to do something and put in some effort. Okay. All right, y'all. That was my alarm. I got to go pick up my daughter. I will see y'all soon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I hope y'all join the Patreon. If you join the highest tier, which is the VIP mail out tier, you will have the opportunity to do a virtual meet and greet with me soon, within the next couple of weeks. We had one last night and it was so fun. We might do more than one if there's a lot of people that join. Because it gets overwhelming if you have too many people in there at once. So we'll definitely have to break them up into sections. So if y'all want to join, definitely the link is in the description bar at the top of the live comments as well. And I'm going to get the link right now again to leave if y'all are interested. Let me find it. Where's my Patreon? Oh, I'll just go on here and get it. Y'all. Here we go. Got it. All right. So if y'all want to join, I'm going to link it here. Oh, hold on. The highest tier, the VIP mail out tier, is the one you have to be joined in order to be able to get access to. And I'll make a post about it. And you can also message me. You also have access to PDF books, journaling prompts, and all that kind of stuff. All right. It's going to be on the Patreon, right here. Join the Patreon group at the highest tier, the VIP mail out tier. You also get a card, a handwritten card from me each month. You get access to the PDF books, all the posts, all the videos, the journaling prompts, and potentially you're able to join the virtual meet and greets if you choose to. All right. Just started the virtual meet and greets. We had our first one last night. We're going to have one in a couple of weeks. But you have to be part of the mail out VIP tier in order to be invited. Okay. It's like a one-on-one, but with a couple of other girls, a couple of other ladies, or whoever wants to join. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.